All right. So welcome everyone. Welcome to BA-SCRUM. This is going to be day 3 of business analysis. And uh, anyone here, I think apart from Lubna, anyone else is here for the first time? In case yes, you can raise your virtual hand. And if only Lubna, you can just go ahead and introduce yourself, name from where you're connecting. If you have any already IT background, and if you worked elsewhere before this or any working experience. Lubna.
Hi, I'm Lubna. I'm connecting from Windsor, Canada. Yes, I have 2 years of experience back home in India as an IT analyst in Google. After that, after coming to Canada, I don't have any employment status. I didn't work anywhere. So this is my first time getting into the field to process my career again.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing this,
Thank you.
Lubna. Welcome to Guru Schools. And you worked as an analyst. So what was your activity? Was it test analyst, business analyst? What kind of analyst you were with Google?
It was test analyst.
Uh-huh.
In Google, we used to get a Google products like Google Chromecast. So we used to get feedbacks.
Mhm.
So we used to try as attaching tags on the bugs and escalate it to the senior engineers.
Got it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lubna. So everyone, you
Well,
can type in chat window, welcome to Guru Schools or welcome Lubna. So let's get started. Anyone else here for the first time? And in case your screen name is not visible, you can go ahead and rename yourself. Otherwise, we'll end up, pronouncing your screen name. So there will be multiple iPhones joining in. So please go ahead and rename yourself first. So you remember last time we were talking about, in fact, yesterday, we spoke more about DDDM. So let me clarify a few things before we get started, that you are here on a journey. So good news is that you can join at any point of time. And this training is laid out in a way that on any one day, if you're joining, that is going to be your day 1. And when will be the end day of the training? When the same topic will get repeated. Why it could be your day 1? Because this training is imparted in this way that it goes very easy for you to understand. We share the chapter in a way that it goes quite easy for you to digest in a very simple and effective manner, because more simpler we create, that sounds more effective to you. And second, there are another ways as well that you will find on internet, and that is find it more in a complicated manner, but yet it may sound interesting, but you will end up not getting and understanding anything. So I believe all of you would agree to go in a simple and yet effective manner. Do you all agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and it is with all of you, right? You will choose the simple and yet effective manner, right? And we'll continue with
Yes,
that.
sir.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. So having said so, as I said, that this is journey, this is not a batch to batch to batch hopping in. So in this journey, we remember that in 8 weeks, what may happen, initially when you start this, journey, um, depending upon how do you think, okay, depending upon how do you think, you may attract all the simplicity and way ahead about the next action item, okay. And if you will not think in a precise manner, what may happen, you will continue to wonder. And that for very reason, it is quite important to undergo some context. And for that context, we have something in place to which we call it as a code of honor. As the name suggests, these are the codes that together we need to honor. All right. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to share this as a reminder. You need to remember this. You need to practice this, and you need to follow this. So let me share my screen in front of you, and do confirm if you can see that screen. Okay. So this is a reminder for all of us, not for anyone else,
In
just one
practical
person.
वो
So can you
description
all
हो गया
see
I know
this
it
screen?
is in practical मतलब
Yes,
जो हम लोग
yes,
अपने
sir.
हाथ से रियल टाइम में करते हैं
Okay, so guys, one more announcement in case you are not contributing directly in the class, you can keep yourself muted. And in case you want to contribute, you can unmute and you can speak that time. Okay, so these are the six code of honor. We will look quickly one by one. And I'll go today a little in detail because I got to know that when I don't go in detail, you got some jumbled up. Few of you got jumbled up into that. So that's the very reason I'm going today little in detail. And yeah, so pay attention very closely. You will get to know the reason behind it, why it is like that. So the very first code of honor says that you need to show up live. Show up live means you be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why? Because you are learning Agile. Agile is full of ceremonies. Ceremonies means a sequence of events and meeting, and that demands you to practice this all as a future Scrum Master. So where you can start from? You can start from here in today's class, from today's training, from Be Agile Scrum training, and more you practice it as a project in itself to the training, you will find that you are able to easily replicate that once you get placed. And why? Because you will develop and have a habit as well. Why you would be able to? Because it says that how you do anything is how you do everything. That's one of the quote from one of my mentors. Second, you start this journey, even though you, a couple of you have already working experience, but you are again here back with learning. And when you are learning, just don't be the student, but be the full stack
Full
student.
start.
What do we mean that? We mean that the full stack students are those who do all the assignments, do self research, and repeat what they learn. Okay, so kindly do so. And while you are doing so, you are immune to take the full responsibility of one thing, that is success, and you continue to get placed. But when you don't do so, you again need to take the full responsibility of this, to which you will attract, as we call it, as a failure. Why you need to take the full responsibility of failure as well? Because when you take the responsibility of this failure, there are chances you may go back and correct it. Do you all agree with that? When you take the responsibility of failure, you can go back and correct that. Yes,
Yes.
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 And when you will correct that, that will not remain only failure, but that will become the trail to the success. That's my humble request to you all, that take the full responsibility of both the element on your path. Okay. And one thing today I want to, add here, and that is do this. Okay. Do this. And that is finish what you start. Okay, don't leave in between, because there are chances that you may uh, you know finish the things halfway and will not get any result. So take the full responsibility of finishing of what you start, and anywhere, and you will see it will bring only the result in your favor. And the fourth one, to do so, it really requires the mindset. And mindset, you continue to learn new things, so be a lifelong learner. And to continue to be in the learning zone, you must have the positive mindset. That is one of the pillar of agility. Second one, go more complaint free. You will find yourself going more complaint free, more positive minded you become, and you get loaded with more gratitude, so that you can attract more positivity and more positive outcome in your life. The fifth one is, on this path of learning, continue to be a giver of two things. One, you keep your ego away, give your ego away on the path of learning. Why? Because that will keep you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. Spiritually grounded means your happiness level increases, and happiness increases your productivity. Productivity is today's need of our in the corporate, for that very reason. And second, you are here to not only to learn but to earn. And you want to earn more money, then you should start little bit giving away that portion of the money. Okay, so if you are not already earning, then once you get placed, then have the intention of giving away, to which you can call it as charity. Means you can give away at least once you get placed 5% or 10% of your earning. Why? Because once you give, you grow. Once you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure that you are not here just for survival, but for growth. So just don't give away to grow, but also to inspire others in your surrounding. And while you do so, appreciate what you do, what others are doing for you, and even what does not happen look like, in your favor, continue to do so, because that is pushing you towards your growth. And continue to appreciate. Why? Because what you appreciate appreciates you back. And sixth one is very important. To do the entire activity, you must start your day with high range of receptivity. So increase your receptivity, and for that very reason, I have shared with me and asked many of you to take a 30 days challenge, and that is a 30 days audio program I talk about. So this is a link that you can go to, which you get it from me after the session. Once you ping me that, hey Gaurav, I'm interested to take the 30 days challenge, how it impacts you, it impacts every single activity of your every single day. And this goes for next 30 days as a challenge. You need to listen to a certain audio track in a very this is a 40 minutes track that you can put it in 2x, and you can listen it for next 30 days. You can listen to it while you are doing your jogging, walking, or running, and you can finish it up. And trust me, the more you participate in this challenge, you will find that things are really moving in your favor. So from where you can get the link, ask me after the session and I'll share that with you. And second, because we are taking a deep dive into the deep learning, remember to follow this golden quadrant of learning. What is golden quadrant of learning is, start any deep learning with the declaration. But for that declaration, you need to put the anchor. Okay. So what is anchor? I believe that many of you know that at harbor, ship stands tall with the help of anchor. Okay. If anchor is not given to that ship, that may drift away. So your focus is just like that. It requires an anchor. Otherwise, in the ocean of thought, it will continue to drift away in every 5 seconds or 7 seconds. So what we are going to do in this body, we are going to put an anchor, because thought floats in this body itself. Okay. And body will help us to create the anchor, and that will be the body movement. And that anchor would be nothing but a self high five or a clap, and then declare what is there on your screen. Okay. That is selected. And then we will take a deep dive into the learning. And once you learn that, then within 24 hours, you need to, after learning, you need to draw a notes, whatever you have learned, and then come back and summarize whatever you have learned in today's day. You need to summarize in 90 seconds of video in a way that even 5-year-old can understand. And why you need to do so? So that it increases your expertise, credibility, and recruiter may see you, how you are progressing, and whether you are ready for job interview or not. Where they will see, once your videos will get compiled and will be aired in YouTube channel, there the dozens of recruiters are also sitting, and they are watching how you are progressing. Now, not only you singly, but to many of the students, and that's how they have been chosen for various interview, and they have been selected and placed further. So let's get started and take a deep dive to the deep learning. But before we do so, let's start with the declaration with the anchor. You remember, anchor is the self hi-fi or clap, and then repeat after me at the count of 3 what is selected on the screen. Can you all see this text selected on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so unmute yourself and count of 3. Unmute yourself, and at the count of 3, do the anchor, that is the self clap or self high five, and then repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, and clap. and repeat. I am a quick learner.
I am a quick learner.
learner.
What
What
others
others
can
can learn
Others
and
can
master.
learn and master, I too
I
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
Others can learn.
One more time, put the anchor, 1, 2, 3, and clap. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I'm an
Because I'm
awesome
an awesome
learner,
today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going
Today's
to
learning
be
is going to be
today's
super
learning
duper
is going to be
easy
super
for me.
duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
And remember, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for declaring that. As you said, you are going to do so. It is going to be so. And we are going to meet every Sunday at 9:30 p.m. EST. Monday again for technical session at 9:30 p.m. EST. Tuesday, you need to attend RRP session. Very important. You can't complain and come back that, hey, I'm not getting job, because this is where you need to start your profile optimization and get into hunting of the job, create your profile, be behind your, HRs and push them for your placement. And Wednesday, you come back and share the assignment that will be the summary of from the Sunday class. And Thursday, again, share the assignment that could be the summary of Monday session. In case not, then in case you could not do it on Thursday because you attended the RRP session, you invested your time there, then on Friday, you need to do that pending assignment, and Saturday, you may choose to relax or have a breather day or go back and do some research on the topic you have learned. If again, the assignment is pending, make sure you are completing that. There are two types of assignments, said and unsaid. Unsaid assignment that demands the summary of the session, what you have learned, and said assignment where I'll be asking you, like many of you in the past in the Agile Scrum training, when you were attending the Agile Scrum training, that time you were creating user stories and all. So likewise, I will keep on asking you some activity to do in the group or individual that you need to do that. Okay, so this is how we are going to remain connected. So do you all agree to get connected with this, with Code of Honor? Say yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. So I went little deep, and yesterday, do you all remember where did I drop? After learning, after learning the history of business analysis, we learned one framework to which we called it as a data.
DDDM framework.
Yes,
DDDM.
yes, that's right. Data-driven decision-making framework. Okay, so after data, and we realized why we are learning data-driven decision making, because it helps to identify some trend. Why to identify some trend? Because it was helping to improve your business analytics skill with Excel. Okay, where we talked about business analysis versus business analytics by learning this. So let's talk about Excel. Okay, so in Excel, what all you can do. By the way, do you all remember yesterday? It was the last slide on which we have spoken. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Excel, what all you can do. So few things you should know as a business analyst, that if you are given some activity do, at least you need to know few formula. So few of formula is like this. Okay. So concatenate. Concatenate will help you to, combine two words. Like, let me open Excel, and that will be more easy for you to understand. So I'm opening Excel. Okay, and sharing my screen entirely with you, so that you can understand that. By the way, a quick heads up to all of you, in case you have not renamed yourself, go ahead and rename yourself, so that I can call out your real name, not the one which with which you had joined. So okay, so screen name okay, so Excel is open now. So here you see Excel. So I'm opening one, um, you know, dummy sheet. Okay, Okay. Can you all see some data on the screen? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this data is a dummy data that I have found. So few of things you may learn. So what are these? So say for example, concatenate. So concatenate, when I said, say for example, you need to um, combine two cells, so online and gift card. Any formula will start with equal to sign. Okay, and then you put in that. Okay, concatenate, and then you combine that. Okay, concatenate online, uh, and then the gift card will be this. Okay, and the close the this. So you will find that it gave you new information, that was purchase type and payment method. So online and gift card, this is the name of the column. Can you all see the name of the column? Here you can see purchase type and payment method. The moment I typed here online gift card, and you need to just drag it till the end, and you will find that it has taken online gift card, in-store gift credit card, or something like that. So the column J and K has combined together. Okay. Do you all see that, everyone?
Yeah.
Simple
Yes.
formula, concatenate and two. So likewise, there are multiple few I will leave to you to practice. In fact, let's do in this way. Whenever you will open any Excel, I'm closing this Excel, okay? And I won't save this. So whenever you open Excel, say for example, file new, take a tool, and when you will take a tool, create it, and you will find, okay, like you will find multiple formulas of it. Okay, say for example, for addition, there is a add button. Okay, here you will find multiple formula for addition itself. Say for example, sum d4 d7. So d4 is here and d7 is there. When you will put this sum d4 to d7 over here, what you will find, the entire summation of this from this to this. Okay, there is one way. Second way is that sum if. Okay, so only numbers over 50, select the here you can do that sum if d11 to d50. Okay, say for example, this is your d11. Okay, and d11 to d15, and it says that sum if d11 to d15 if it is greater than 50. And press enter. So you can in fact go ahead and test it. Okay, in that way you can learn that. I'm not here to teach you Excel, but giving you heads up that how you can continue, how you can learn a more easy way that will be helpful for you to explore it further. Okay, all, are you following me with me so
Yes.
far? Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So likewise here you are just um, creating some formulas. Say for example, I'm taking it into quotes, d11 to d15, and it has to be greater than 50. Let's see if it works. I think it requires also a comma, but we'll see if comma is okay. It requires a comma. And after 50, parenthesis has to be okay. The inverted comma has to be for this. So what it will do, it gave you the summation of something which is greater than 50. Okay, and greater than 50 is only 100. Okay, only 100. Rest all are lesser than it. Can you all see that? As 40 is lesser than this, 20 is lesser than this, 50 is again equal to 50. Only greater than 50 is only one single cell, that is 100. And that's the reason it gave the sum of it, and that is only 100. It could give only 100 to you. So there are some formula, you can go ahead and practice it. Got it? So what else? What other formulas are there? Say for example, count. So count A identifies whether a cell is empty or not. So whenever you are like selecting somewhere some data and you are applying this formula count A, it will give you in yes no manner if it is empty or not. Okay, like days and network days, that gives you sometime date as well for you, or current day, which day it is. Sum ifs I just now showed you. Averages give you average of multiple cell. Okay, and if you put some condition, if it is greater than this or that, it will give you. VLOOKUP is what? When you have the multiple data, say for example, let's see, if say for example there is a multiple data over here and you want to search something specific over here. Okay, so it is VLOOKUP means it is vertical lookup. What it is, VLOOKUP is what?
Vertical.
Vertical lookup.
Vertical.
Anything in the vertical column, if you want to search for, there you can use. Again, VLOOKUP has the format. So how you can explore the format? You can go ahead and you can type VLOOKUP. Okay. Now here you see the VLOOKUP has come down. You click on that and then give you lookup underscore value, what value exactly you want to search for. And then when you will have the value, then you give the table array, means in what range you want to search. And then you give the column index, okay, in what column you want to search. And then after column index numbering, you go ahead and in this format, in the square bracket, you can type in the range lookup. So it has to be more in the volume so that it will be easy for you to search. Say for example, the earlier one which I had shared with you. Let me open that. So say for example, this is the data. Okay. In this data, you may struggle to, search something. Okay. But when I talk about this data, it is quite easy to trace it out, right? Do you all agree with that? So in this, if you need to search for something, you can easily search that. Yes or yes? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but in the data, which is more in the volume, you will end up searching, okay, where to find out what, but it is very less data. Okay. It is also how many columns are, how many cells are there, or how many rows are there. So you can identify over there how many rows are there. Okay. So it gave you count over here, 255. Do you all see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also gives you the selected numbers average. Can you see that?
Yes.
It also gives you the sum of it. So
Correct.
these things you can get onto this status bar. So when you right click on the status bar, there are multiple things selected and you can just check what to look at, what not to look at. Okay, and that it gives you minimum, maximum, all those things it gives you on this this bar, this line. So this was for VLOOKUP. What else you need to know? Sometime you need to create, okay, find and search is also there. You can go ahead and just do Control F, and Control F gives you this find and replace. You can search anything what you are looking for. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So I don't want to spend much time in teaching Excel, but remember what is the power of it. You can do pivot table and create a pivot table and a graph and chart. That is
Right.
with the help of Excel. So a quick trace will see whether we can do it or not. So for this, we need to create pivot table. We can go, why we need to create pivot table? What is pivot table? Pivot table is something that gives you a way to easily visualize your data. Okay, easily sort your data and easily present what exactly you are looking for in a more structured manner, in more visualized manner, instead of going in searching in a scattered manner. So what we'll do from the clean data, here we want to insert the pivot table. So it has taken the entire sheet. Do you all see that? The entire sheet has been selected all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yeah. So it gives you, it selected the table and where we want to place this entire range to new worksheet. Okay, you can also place in the existing one. So it has taken the new worksheet. What you can do, whatever you want, that you can think of and you can do for. So say for example, I want to know more about revenue. Okay, I want to know more about revenue. Okay, so revenue count I will take city wise. Okay, so okay, city is blank. So somehow city is blank, so it is not giving me. Let's take uh, country is also blank right now. So what I'll do, um, instead of doing this, I want to have a um, quantity. How many quantity for uh, mm, purchase type. Okay, I'll move this as well. Okay, purchase type, can you all see? So sum of quantities sold or generated revenue, sum of quantity. For drive-through, it gave 27,700 sum of quantity. Okay, so through drive-through, the sold volume is 27,799. In store, the sold volume is 40,279. Online sold volume is 49,058. Can you all see that? This kind of a easy summary you got it.
Yeah.
Could
Yes.
can you get such easy summary by just looking at it? Won't have been possible. Okay, you just end up wondering, okay, how much where I have spent. Okay, so it is talking about this quantity. So what is this quantity is about? Fries, beverages, food items. Okay, burgers, chicken, samosa, chicken, or something like that, sandwiches or something like that. So this is to help you to visualize. We can change this further. Say for example, now you want to know only about payment method. Okay, now you see in drive-through, how many ways the payment was given. Through cash, cash purchase was around 8503. With credit card, this much amount was spent. With gift card, this much. In store, this much. Online, this much. Do you all see that? This is how you can. And based on this, you can also create some graphs as well. Okay, so and go back and insert some graph. Say, for example, I'm taking this graph. Okay, this graph is like how it could be. So I'm taking this graph. So let me select that and then so I've taken this. I'm going to copy this and I'm copying the value. Can you all see? I'm just posting the value over here. I posted it. And what I'm going to do is that after selecting here, I'm going to insert a graph. I'm just inserting the graph in front of you. Now it is giving you the concrete data based on this. Okay. So it says that sum of quantity, what it has seen here. So here on this axis, you will find the growth, how it is going ahead further. And here on this axis, you find the sum of the quantity starting from 0 to 1,40,000, because that is its highest range and it has closed over there. And how this is moving, how this, you can change the labels also if you want to. Say for example, you want to name this something different, you can go ahead and you can edit that, you can delete it, you can just play with this data, select data, you can add some new data. Say for example, you have some extra data, can go ahead and you can simply work on to that. Okay. If you don't want to include cash, you can remove that also. You can hidden and empty cells. You can go ahead, edit that as well. Means what range you want. You can sum of quantity, go and work over it. Okay. So you can just go ahead, play that, and you can place your data where. Do you all are you getting it? To feel the confidence for that, you need to open the Excel in front of you. Okay, and you will have to do it. And when you will do it, you will feel the confidence. Okay, you are able to understand. Right now, you will keep on wondering on someone else's screen something is happening. Are you all with me?
Yeah.
So I want to give you
Yes.
this task that tomorrow, when you will go back, not tomorrow after the session, spend some time using Excel, download some data from somewhere, dummy data from the Google, like I have downloaded from the Google itself, and played back with that in front of you and showed you how you can visualize and summarize. This is what it has done in front of you. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
spent a lot of time. I should not have spent. I don't know why I did, just to make you feel more confident. So this was all about Excel. Using Excel, you can do multiple things. So this is few of the formula you should know, few of activity you should know. Now, let's understand about stakeholder, because we are going to do some work. Yesterday you learned that you gather information, you gather requirement, right? And you also learned yesterday there is a process to gather the requirement. Do you all remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
And those
Yes.
processes you can depict through design. Okay, but before we depict those processes through some design, and I talk about those design, you need to know that these information will be communicated and are coming from stakeholders, and you should know about how information or stakeholders are managed. And so for that, I want you to learn with who all are stakeholders. So I want someone to volunteer to read this first two paragraph for me. Anyone?
A stakeholder has vested interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by business operations and performance. Stakeholders are those who directly impacted by the project and those who may be indirectly affected. Examples of directly impacted stakeholders are the project team members or a customer who the project is being done for. Typical stakeholders are investors or sponsors,
Completed.
employees, customers, suppliers, communities, governments, trade associations.
Yeah. Thank you so much for reading this out. So yes.
Mommy,
Okay. So thank you so much for reading this out. So understand stakeholder. Stakeholders are those whose stake is there, whose involvement, whose interest is there in project. Okay. So you need to know those stakeholders to identify what they are contributing into your project. Okay, what their interests are, and if their involvement is there, are they performing stakeholders or they are just tail stakeholders? Means they are sitting, there is no information exchange with them. But when you go in deeper level and talk about stakeholder, it's not only there are not only the silent stakeholder or active stakeholder, there are multiple. And here the examples are given. It's not only employee and customers and vendors, to which we call it as suppliers will be the stakeholder, but also trade association, government, sponsors, suppliers, communities. These all are also stakeholder, because either they are getting impacted by your project or they are using your product. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
So everyone being the part, actively or passively, in the project, they will be your stakeholder, okay, for the project. So how do you manage them? So first you need to identify, okay, who all are the stakeholder active for your project, and then you take the information from them, okay, and you continue to document. Okay, you document the need of those stakeholder as well. why they are necessary. Say, for example, why in a project sponsors would be necessary. Any idea?
No.
Yeah, think of it and let me know.
Because they have a vested interest, so you have to.
And why they will have the interest?
Because they invested in it.
To whom they have invested?
In the
The
software,
product.
in the
In the so-
project.
So money has come to software developer. Are you telling that directly?
Yes.
Mhm. No, money don't
The
come to.
Company.
Okay, so okay, let me quickly simplify this for you. So what happens? A bank decides to develop a software through ABC company. Okay, bank does not have its own money. Okay, the bank will take money from the government, or it will look for someone who can sponsor their money. Okay, so he takes some other big giant company into his faith and tell that, hey, we want to serve our customer in better manner, and this is the private bank, and I want you to sponsor that. So actually the sponsors are sponsoring money to the bank, and bank is utilizing those money to fund to the software company which is developing their project. Do you get it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, so those entire communication, what exactly when sponsors want and what exactly the customer want, that all thing would be documented and analyze their influence and interest. That also you have to do. In some cases, you need to think that how it may impact to the sponsors as well, okay, and customer as well, okay. Manage expectation, manage stakeholder expectation. Once you analyze that all about because sponsor will play the key role of influencing to the software companies also, okay. They may take a decision to go away, leave the existing software company to the some other recommended one as well, okay. They have that power. But when you analyze this all situation, you need to manage their expectation. You need to play in a way that you need to give the right, right proof that what you are going to work is going to work for you, because they are investing, okay. When they are investing, you will have to also showcase the action you are going to do and action already taken, and then you review its result, and then if outcome is positive in the favor of the client of the bank, or client bank is your client, and bank's clients are end user that who are going to use the product or your services, bank services, that has been sponsored by the sponsors. What exactly happened there, you need to showcase that whatever the action item has been done, that has favored to every single participant of the bank who are taking the service of it. And if it is in favor, it is contributing positively, then you are going to repeat that. So this is how you are going to participate into the stakeholder management. So what you have to do, so do you need to know about it? You just need to be aware of this. As a business analyst, you don't need to act about it. Okay, so because you are knowing, tomorrow if you are running your own business, you should be knowing about it. Okay, but as a business analyst, if you are getting placed in some company, it's okay, you are just aware of it. Actively you won't be doing about anything about it. Okay, are you with me so far? Yeah, let's know more in detail that what are the principle of stakeholder management. So it talks that the 8 principle of stakeholder management. These principles highlight action words that illustrate the spirit that should be used in engaging with stakeholder. And again, this engagement is an art, okay. So when you are gathering the information, there are chances that sponsors are also sitting, okay, because they have invested money. So when you are getting into this conversation as a business analyst, you can have these skills. What are these skills? when you are listening, you continue to acknowledge. Okay. When I speak something, do I expect you to acknowledge? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes. And you acknowledge means a two-way conversation. It is, I'm not just talking to by my own and talking to my own self. Okay. Then something goes, I also continue to monitor. Okay. Like the moment someone jumps into the class, I let them get in. I admit them inside. Someone goes unnecessarily okay, not paying attention to the class, and we are able to hear the extra voice. I go ahead and I mute them. Okay. Or I request them, hey, if you can go on mute. So what I'm doing, I'm monitoring and responding to the situation. Okay. So likewise, you have to respond to your stakeholder, and you need to listen. You will find that I'm also listening to you. When I'm listening to you, I'm also communicating with you. And this is not just one way, there's a vice versa. I also adopt. Okay. I adopt the new changes. Like today in class, I went little deeper towards the Excel. Generally, I don't go. Okay. Then I recognize, how do I recognize? With the gesture. Some of you you simply raise your hand. I pay attention and I ask you certain thing that if you have some concern, question, and you complete that with me. Okay. And then together we work. We give you assignment. There is always action item involved over there. Something that requires to be avoided, I avoid that as well. Okay. If one of you, all of a sudden your video is on and you are sleeping, that is not required to be visible on this a class. So I keep your video on stop. Okay. So this is how you need to be activated. And I related this, that how I am behaving as a stakeholder manager, and how you can respond when you are gathering the requirement. Are you able to relate with this, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's understand about some skills. Okay. Skills are communication, plan. You plan the thing. So all these material which is coming over here, it has been planned in a way that you don't need to go back to YouTube and continue to swim in the information, because YouTube is so much overloaded. You may spend 1 year or 3 years, you will end up finding yourself over there only where you started with. Okay. Because this is full of information. You will continue to get lost into the information world. You continue to continue to swim over there. But something, when you plan, structure, and deliver, and make it more step-by-step manner, it means that there is some source, there is some destination, point A, point B, from where to start, from where and where to go, so that with this structure, you continue to achieve your goal. Do you all agree with that? And for that, planning is necessary.
Yes.
Likewise, when you are talking to stakeholder, you need to manage it. You need to plan beforehand in such situation, what you are going to respond, what kind of question you would be asking to gain more information. So this is one of the art. Then expectation management. Expectation management means customer may ask for stars and moon. You don't have the capacity to deliver each and everything, because they are not even paying you for that. Okay. So you need to be very much assertive in managing their expectations. Say, for example, someone comes to me. So how it happens? Say, for example, there is a subject we have touched based over here, business analysis and business analytics. Okay. And I started teaching you how to do data analysis in the Excel. Okay. And tomorrow you will come and you'll say, hey, I have read about, data analysis through Tableau. Can you teach me that? I have something known about Power BI and Informatica. Or really, should I go ahead and teach you that now? No, because you have not enrolled for Informatica, Power BI, or Tableau. maximum, because I have included this Excel, I can give you some information about Excel, but your focus area should be Excel or data analysis. No, your focus area should be business analysis and Scrum, because you have paid for that, and because that is your aim, that you want to get placed as a Scrum Master or business analyst. Any one of you may come back tomorrow that I want to learn about it. So that is not in the scope, and I'm not going to teach you that. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
ultimately you may ask anything. Hey, Gaurav, I want to learn this, that. Okay, you can learn, but for that there will be separate session. So you need to formally become the part of it. Like Thursday and Friday, I'm delivering something on the data analysis. I have invited you because that is in my capacity, where I want you to know, because I care for you, because I want each one of you to see getting placed as soon as possible, remain always in communication with me until you get placed, and even after you get placed, because no one would be super duper happy than me having seen you get placed, start working in the project, because it gives me more energy when I support you at the project. The moment you encounter some issue when you are working in the project and you come back to me and say, hey, Gaurav, I want to learn that. That gives a total different energy, because for me, you need to perform your job, in your job, become my another goal. Okay, because I have placed you already. So it's not only me having this goal, it should be of your goal as well. Are you with me so far, and able to connect, able to understand and relate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So, and here the another skill is leadership, negotiation. I'm so much glad to see that many of people, you are showcasing the leadership skill. Leadership skill means taking the charge of it and driving the show. How I'm seeing that many of you are taking the charge, like the moment someone comes in, and even I am not looking at, I have not looked at any information, and just any one of you, when you look at that someone is feeling like drowning in the information, you just share them information. Hey, you look at this video, you look at this, read the description, Gaurav will share the information, like that. You are giving the sense of belongingness to other people even when they are joining it, and these are required when you are working in corporate, because you will be forming a team, you will be creating a team, you will be the part of team, and this is what other team members should feel like. So not every one of you doing it, but I see, I look at you, that how you are doing. Negotiation skill you should have, because when someone is asking something, by the way, how many of you are still listening to me?
Yeah.
Are you listening, or
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
just
We are.
okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for confirmation. Negotiation skill when it is required, when your customer will ask, no, at this money, I want this also and that also. That time you need to develop your negotiation skill. Okay, where you can say no to the person. Okay, in this money you will get only this, okay, because that's the budget. Okay, otherwise if you want this also, you will have to increase your budget. Then you need to have the ability to manage the project as well, because it should not go out of control. If you commit something to deliver in certain time, you should be so much vigilant that you will be able to foresee that when it is going beyond the timeline, and you are not in capacity to deliver that in the said time. So that needs assessment. At some time, things will continue to change. As a business analyst, you need to convey and communicate that change, or some needful thing which is required for the project, which customer has not asked for. You need to educate them that why they need some new changes, and they need to pay for that. Okay, because you cannot give some service by taking money out of from your pocket and asking developer to work for them. You need to ask money for whom you are giving the service. Okay, then customer are so much, they come with the problem. Okay, and understand there are two type of customer. One who will only talk about problem. The another is they understand problem and they say that, okay, I don't need to just talk about problem. What I think that how this problem can be solved, they come with the solution as well. And they ask for the choices and you're assisted. What should I do to choose? Okay, so they come with a different mentality. One is victim mentality. They collaborate with you in a way that you are wrong, and because I have paid, looks like I have bought you. Okay, and they go in the complete victim mode. Okay, nowadays the customers are so much educated and so wise, they understand these things. Why? Because things are getting worked into the agile environment. Agile comes with more collaboration and more partnering, in a more partnering way. Okay, so you see these second type of people are, second type of customers are, if they foresee any problem and they will work with you, they will also tell you that what kind of solution they are looking for. And you are the best guy to tell them, because eventually what you will become, subject matter expert. How you will become? Because if you have contributed for back to back three projects in three projects, and all three projects are from, say, for example, medical domain. Okay, so don't you think in the next three projects you feel like feel like expert and able to advise someone on some changes, because last three projects you were only working about that topic only. Do you think in the three, say for example, these three projects, each project went for 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So in 12, 6, 18, 9, 27, almost more than 2 years or almost 2.5 years, you will develop some expertise into that subject or that matter or that domain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you will find yourself more expert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you will be in the right position to say that. But when you are not expert, you won't get immediately business and senior business analysis role, but at least you will get associate business analyst role. At least you will get an only business analyst role. So there are three stages. Associate, that is the junior business analyst. Second, business analyst, and third, senior business analyst. So as long as you are the senior business analyst, you will be asked for more suggestions, advice, and more expectation would be there from you. But when you are not senior business analyst, just starting up in a career as business analyst or associate business analyst, you will find yourself that you are learning to be the driving force from the seniors of you. Okay, and there you there you will improve more this skill, to which we call it as a problem solving skill. Okay, with me so far and learning about this stakeholder management skill.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So while you are managing the stakeholders, you need to also manage the information. So here it talks about the 5 keys to information management. It starts with leadership, operation. You need to understand processes, data, and technology. Okay, so let's understand what is the life cycle of this. So I want someone to read out this from here. This picture I want someone to read.
Plan,
Mhm,
create, collect, receive,
mhm,
then authorize, quality assure, determine access restrictions, organize file, document, describe, store and backup, synthesize and analyze, share, distribute, dispose, archive, or destroy.
Yeah. So thank you so much for reading this out. So this is a journey of any data. Okay. So even if you'll do data analysis, so this is the life cycle. Okay. So any information which is winding up gradually into the information domain, and everything will be driven by data only. Okay. And data is nothing but the information. Okay. It's a group of the data is called as information. Okay. So what do you need to do? So while you are analyzing data, because I opened Excel, I gave you some report. In report, what you were able to see based on using pivot table, you were able to see some data and data train that it was varying. Do you remember that? Just while ago, I opened Excel and I was showing you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in
Yes.
that data, when you locate at that data, you need to plan that data. Okay. And with the pivot table, with the pivot chart, you planned it. Okay. That what exactly you want. Okay. When the data were available, now what is the next step you will have? The next step will be you will have create or collect or receive the data in more diligent way. So what I'm going to do is quickly give you further example that how it can be done. Okay. So when I'm talking about data, where data is sitting, okay, data is sitting, it is called as database, or if larger data, it will be data warehouse. So where larger group of data is sitting, what it will be called as?
Database.
Warehouse, data warehouse. But in a nutshell, few of data are sitting, that is also that is as database. Okay, so let's talk about database, for example. Okay, so wait a second. Yeah, so that is database. And in database, multiple data are sitting. Okay, and if you are copying those data, it may look like something like that. You copied it and you have pasted it somewhere. Okay, say for example, this is the raw copy. Okay, it has been copied from the database, where there is you will not find always, the it is in the right format. Can you see some are left aligned, some are right aligned? Can you all see that? Yeah. Somewhere space is
Yes.
more, some space is less. So why? Because this has been copied. And when it has been copied and pasted, it may not be exactly visible. Means what you see is what you get. It won't be like that. Okay. So you need to you need to sort it out, you need to filter it out, you need to clean it out. Once you have cleaned it, um, you know these data should not be accessed by anyone and everyone. Okay, those people who are part of this database cleaning part or database management part, or if you have to deal with this data, only those people should be able to access this data and see that data. And for that, the individuals will be given or authorized for those data. Okay, making sure that quality of those data is not disturbed. When you have formatted it well, this quality and these numbers should not be disturbed. And for that, you authorize certain people who can access those data. Okay, so first you authorize people, and then you give the access. What kind of access you give? You give either they can only view, because their concern is only to get the information from it. Few of you would require the highest authority to change some data. Okay, so that level of access will be given. So who are you? What kind of person you are you? Based on that, the access will be given to you. Why? Because you are the person who are going to play with and organize those data. So based on the findings, based on the chart you develop, based on the information you need, you are given the authority to play and organize those data. And when you have certain data for certain record, which is giving some insight or some report, you continue to document that. When you have documented, because it is giving you some insight, and based on that, you can take some decision, right? Do you all agree that when you have some information, you look for some information? Why? Because you need to take some decision. That's the reason you look for some information. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when
Yes.
you go to GPS and you look from source A, you from your home to some destination you want to go, why do you search? Because you need to take a decision to drive, right? So ultimately it is boiling down towards the destination. That's the reason you first foresee those data, document them. Sometime you store the locations in your phone because you had taken the decision of driving there, and you can keep it in a store and you will have the backup. Backup means you can forward that location to someone in your family member's phone, so that in case your phone get discharged, you will have the another backup through which you can continue to navigate. Okay, and so you must have this information backup available, and those backup or those information you continue to analyze further, and if needed, if you like that information, if it has helped you, you can further share that information with other people. If it is not useful, what you will do, you simply dispose that, archive that, or destroy that. Right? Do you all agree with me? This is how any information you are playing, be it any data in the world, it has to undergo these flow. With me so far?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm just making it more easy. And for that very reason, because information related to data and database has to be managed, for that, there is something to which we call it as IMBOK. Like you have BA-BOK. Likewise, IMBOK is Information Management Body of Knowledge. So it has got some knowledge areas and processes. Okay, so that you will learn more inside PMBOK as well, up to PMBOK 7. What is PMBOK 7? It's all about project management. Okay, this is the guide for the project management. So it says that what is the process? The process is that when you need to choose the project, you need to have the collected information, because the project has to deal with the software, that is the part of information technology. Then you upgrade or you work in a way that you systemize those information, so that whenever the change is required for the business, you can improve the businesses. So here you develop or you undergo the business process change. Why? Because it may continue to contribute in the business operation. Why it will do that? Because that will trigger the benefits to business, and then it will continue to perform better. Why? Because then based on the performance, you continue to tweak and rework on the strategy, because ultimately these are going to benefit or going to help you into the commercialization of the services. Okay, so this is just in a nutshell about IMBOK. Okay.
Sir, what does IMBOK stand for?
I said just now, so it is Information Management Body of Knowledge. Okay.
Okay,
So
thank you.
likewise, we have BA-BOK for business analyst. So business analyst BA-BOK has 3 versions so far, which I had touched on day before yesterday on the day 1 of business analysis. That is when I was talking about the history of business analysis. So in case you have not gone through that, please go ahead, go through that and remind me, so that I can share a BA-BOK 3.0 guide with you, so that you can just open that, because that is with me, the PDF version. I can definitely share that with you. You can open that and you can continue to float in the more information about of the BA world. Okay. With me so far, everyone, and listening? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's know about the few knowledge areas of the information management. I want someone to read first 2 bullet points for me, please.
The knowledge areas include the following: information technology, hardware and software, information systems, IT built into a system that meets business needs and policies.
Yeah. So this thing we just read in the previous slide. So when we talk about information technology, you must know that what hardware is required, what software is required to develop any project. Okay. Information system. So this hardware or software will be built into some system. Okay. Why? Because the customer has given you some project or some task to work upon, so that they will meet their business need. Okay. And that's the reason you need to start thinking of the system which can be built together in a way that will be useful for those stakeholder or your customer. Okay. I want someone to read this 3rd slide for me. 3rd bullet point for me.
Business information created by analyzing and contextualizing data using tools such as the information system.
Can you also
Business
read
processes.
Yeah.
how to evaluate and use the business information to make decisions.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reading this out. So
Mm.
yeah, so here we have seen so far about the information system. So now you understand, you need to understand that in the information system, there will be always some data involved. Okay. And for those data requires to be read, data requires to be analyzed, and data requires to be so much effective that based on that data you can take some decision, and for that you need to analyze them. Okay, so there will be some place where those analysis or those data floating or data trending will be stored. Okay, and for that you need to have certain space where your business information is sitting, and you can go back and you can refer back to those data which is available and giving you more insight. And that for very reason, this knowledge area of business information is very important, where you are able to cater all kind of information related to business at one place. And for that, there are some tools, certain tools at the project, you will end up finding that. Okay, so in today's world, what is happening when things are just evolving in the agile, you have much more associated, word processing utility or software. When you work in Jira, Atlassian Jira, you are also given the access to Confluence, where you can keep all the business information. Okay, and when you will have more business information at one place, you can use them. And why you will use them? So that you can evaluate and make the right decision. In fact, you can read here the word decision. Everything is boiling down towards making decision. Can you read this, the fourth bullet and last two word? Yeah, to make decision. Are you able to?
Benefit.
Yeah, so everything boils down over there. Anyways, the idea behind this is to have the benefit in the business, because ultimately why you will do business? Why you will do business? If you do any business, why will you do any business?
To make
To make
profit.
profit.
To make profit. Yeah, and that's the reason. And when you will have the more profit, what you will do when you are running a business?
Invest more into the business.
And what will happen when you will invest more into the business?
You make more profit.
Expand your
Expand.
business.
Expansion is there. So investing more in the business, first you get the benefit in the business, then you have the profit, and with that profit you are investing back. So investing back is what? This is a skill, or you can call it as a strategy. Do you agree with that? That investing more in the business can be your one of the strategy. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that. How with information you are able to do that. I want someone to read last two bullet point for me.
Business
benefit.
strategy.
The desired
Go ahead.
Business benefits. The desired advantage, the business information we provide. Business strategy. The master plan that gives the company a direction. Ideally, decisions made through the business process, which are based on business information, will guide the strategy and lead to the realization of the business benefits.
Yes. So thank you so much. So here the main idea is that when you're talking about the business, when you're talking about the strategy, inside you will realize that okay, things are boiling down from information to get the benefit, and from benefit I am just coming back and changing my strategy so that I can continue to expand. I will continue to expand my business, and while I am expanding some business, I am also bringing some new processes into that. Yeah, you're with me?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you are strategizing something, you are following some processes. So you need to elaborate some processes so that even other can understand who are the stakeholder in your business. With me so far, everyone? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
They also need to understand exactly what's happening. So those processes needs to be described So will you go ahead and write them down in a text manner? Okay, these are the processes I am following. And you will end up writing a new book for the processes? No, there is a way to talk about those processes. In fact, when you are business analysis, you will tell them what processes are being utilized while achieving these requirements. Okay, so are you with me so far? Just give me a clap and say with you so far. Just give me a clap and say with you so far. Give me a clap. Okay, can you all clap for me and say that with you so far? Just clap and say with you.
With
Thank
you
you
so
so much.
far.
Thank you so much.
So far.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for telling that. Okay, so what exactly happened? And thank you so much for telling that. In a way that where you are sitting, you just got moved. So in case you are reading the slide and you have not moved, I want you to just stand up wherever you are sitting and then just take 1-2 means slight minimum jump and then sit back at your seat, because it should not happen that I'm just sharing the information with you and you're trying to grasp that. Okay, so I believe, because I'm not looking at you, I'm just looking at my slide, you have done so. And because body has to move, it should not feel like, okay, I'm just taking in the stale information, because just sitting in one position, things may not go in the right way. So here you see we are talking about some models. Okay, so what exactly happens in requirement gathering? Okay, when you are receiving the information, when you are collecting the requirement, you are while you are talk about the requirement, there you write the processes, and writing the process is a part of business analysis models. Okay, and these processes can be depicted through design. So what all the designs available? Do you all want to know what all designs are available?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here you see that those designs are done through business analysis model tool, and these are few, and these come under UML diagram. In what diagram, everyone?
UML.
UML diagram. UML stands for what?
Unified modeling language.
Brilliant. You guys are intelligent. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, okay. So one of them are activity diagram, mind map diagram, product roadmap, SWOT analysis, fishbone diagram, process flow diagram. We will be learning about these all. Okay. How they look like. Because ultimately, this should help you to take a decision or achieve a goal. In this diagram, you all see every single time with me one of the diagram when we start. Whenever you attend this business analysis class, you come across one diagram all the time. And what is that one diagram out of these 6?
Activity diagram.
Okay.
Mind map.
Activity diagram.
Mind maps.
Are you sure? Which
Mind map.
mind map? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you see that?
The code of honor.
Code of honor.
Wow. Thank you so much for being so much observant. Yeah. So yes, code of honor is a part of mind map. So that you see daily. And based on that, I take some decision. I let you take some decision. Okay. This is how we need to follow the structure. Okay. So everything is structured in our class, you will find. Okay. So having said so, there are more analysis model. So there are few visual modeling, workflow diagram, ER diagram is entity relationship diagram, WBS and conversion to design, documents and template and its understanding you are going to learn under business analysis models. So how many of you, let me ask you in this way, how many of you have already worked or have seen flowchart?
I
Okay.
Yes, I have.
2, 3,
I
4,
have.
5.
I have.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
7.
have.
So 10,
Yeah.
12 people, 12, 13, 14 people, 14 people or 15 people have seen that. Rest of you, in case you have not, So flowchart generally we learn during our school time. I believe that none of you are more than 45 years. Anyone here who have whose age is more than 45? Okay, I believe.
Yes.
Okay,
I
there
am.
is. Okay, there is.
Yes.
So if you are, so can you confirm that you are aware of flowchart or not yet? I believe you.
Yes, we are.
Yes, I have used it.
Okay, you have
Yes.
used it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I agree that everyone knows. So flowchart is the foundation of all these business analysis models that I shared with you on the screen. Okay. So easy part is that, and you can feel this sigh of the relaxation. That easy part is that everything flowchart is the foundation of these all diagram. So when flowchart is the foundation of all these diagram, will it be difficult for you or easy for you to design it once you learn them? Will it be difficult or easy?
Easy.
Easy.
Because foundation is what? Foundation is flowchart.
Flowchart.
Okay, so how? Well, so let's see one of the example. Okay, and let me put it into. Can you still see the slide in the presentation mode?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the diagram. Okay, and this diagram is called as activity diagram. What it is called as?
Activity.
Activity
And
diagram.
this activity is talking about one activity, that is to withdrawing money from ATM machine. Okay. So there are three actors in this. One is customer is acting of some activity. One is ATM machine that is acting in a way to respond to the input, and banking is responding to ATM so that ATM can respond to customer. Yeah, with me so far?
Yes.
So here you will see the foundation is the flowchart only. Are you able to see that? The foundation is flowchart. It is flowing in the flow. It has some, circles, some arrows, some, diamond shape, and some processes like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
remember, in activity diagram, it always starts with a black circle, black dot circle. But when it stops in a the dot stops in a circle. Okay, so it starts with black dot and stops in a circle, in a black dot under circle. Okay, so what it is doing? So customer is inserting ATM card. So customer gives input. Okay, and that ATM card requires to be validated at ATM machine. Okay, it reads whether the ATM card is valid or invalid, and this is called as decision box. What it is called as?
Decision box.
Decision
box.
Yeah, and this is also a diamond shape. Okay, some people refer to this as diamond shape. So here it takes the decision whether it is valid or invalid. If it is invalid, it will eject the card so that you can take the card and the process is finished. Okay. However, when it is valid, now it will ask you to enter the PIN. Again, you have to provide the input. Here you are providing the input and PIN is entered. Again, it connects with the bank for authorization, whether it is valid PIN or invalid PIN. If it is invalid PIN, okay, if it is invalid PIN, what exactly happens? When it is invalid PIN, it comes here, eject the card, and you take the card, the process gets killed. Process gets end. However, you put the PIN right, it means it is valid PIN. It takes the decision and it says the valid PIN. Now you want to withdraw money. Again, you need to provide the input. With me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So you key in some amount what you want to enter. Again, it connects with bank in the ATM, and through bank, it fetches the balance, whether it is a label balance or not, whatever the amount you have entered. If your amount is greater, entered amount, check the balance and see if amount is greater entered amount is greater than the balance available, then it will show you balance so that you can take your card out. It will eject the card and you can take the card out and process is skilled, process is finished. However, when balance is available, what exactly it does? You can take your money from the available slot, and again it will show you balance. But along with that, what happens? The amount which you took, that will be also debited from the bank. Okay, and then it will show the available balance so that you can eject the card and take the card and process is finished. Do you all see every single step, how ATM is responding, how bank is responding, how customer is providing the input, how the different decisions are being taken? Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yes.
need to, when you will be talking to your customer as a business analyst, and when you will understand their step, what exactly they want to achieve, you can design those activity, what they want in certain function to be achieved. You can design that, and where you can design that. So for that, either you design that in Microsoft PowerPoint, or you take MS Visio is another tool you can design there, or there could be the another tool to which we call it as lucid chart. So I'm just pasting over here. That's lucidchart.com. Okay, you can go and practice over here. lucidchart.com. Did you all see that on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the chat window, I have pasted lucidchart.com. You can go ahead and you can just play. That could be your another assignment. That is another said assignment. You can play on the lucid chart and continue to create the various various activity diagram. There is more to this. What is more to that? This. So this is the mind map. In mind map, we have generally a central idea. Then we have got its branches. For that branches, we have the sub branches. So this is always useful for brainstorming purpose, for taking some decision or creating some plan. So you can utilize mind map. So mind map software also you can create into the lucid chart. And there are n number of mind map software. The mind map was first created by Tony Buzan in early 80s. Okay, it got developed further, and it has very fancy version of mind maps are available on internet today. So this is just one idea of the mind map that will help you to take decision, lay out some plan and design, or you can share that what all activity using this software can be done. Okay, and you can just write down the central idea, then branches of it and sub branches of it. More clearer about mind map, what all you can do. You can do anything, in fact, using the mind map. What is inside your mind that you can map. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Able.
is that Snagit is also a tool? Snagit, something like that.
Snagit, are you talking about?
Snagit.
Okay.
Is that also?
So Snagit is more or less not for the designing purpose, but Snagit is a tool that you can use for capturing the, capturing the screen. Okay. So Snagit that and Snagit is Snagit is TechSmith version. TechSmith version, and that you can continue to use. Yeah, TechSmith is a name of the company, and it will help you to capture the screen. Okay. Yes, did I answer your question? I'm not able to hear
Yes,
that.
sir. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes.
No problem. So yeah, Snagit is one of the software that you might require to capture the screen. Yeah. So there is free version of paid version of that is also available. So having said so we have looked at Snagit, not Snagit, mind map. And after mind map, we will be looking more in detail, not now, not about product roadmap. Okay. So I think we have touched the time. And I want to invite you if you have any question. Any question, guys? If you have question, you can say yes. If you don't have any question, you can say no question.
No question.
Okay,
No
thank you so much.
Question for now.
By the way, today I went really in the overload mode, but I made sure that you remain interactive with me any of you who got bored or you found that, okay, this was really, so you were not able to digest? Anyone? Did you find or
No,
you-
no.
Okay.
No,
So,
it was interesting. Yeah.
okay, thank you so much. So let me quickly ask Lubna, it was your day 1. Okay. How did you find on the day 3? Were you able to understand?
Yeah, I understand. It was interesting and so detailed.
Okay, you were able to relate with
Thank you.
that. Cool. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing that. So guys, what I want, because this is so much structured in this way, and I'm giving you in a way, in a structured manner, you can go ahead and you can think of doing some outside certification of the board. You can also think of that and be geared up, because on Saturday something is going to happen where you will be given one partner. Okay, that is the whole idea, and to which we are going to call it as AP. What we are going to call it as
AP.
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 What do we mean by AP? Okay, AP will be your accountability partner, where not only me being accountable for you, but also you will have a partner who will be accountable for you to help you to get placed. Okay, because when you work in a group, you always have energy and you always have momentum building up to push you to create a placement or create a seat in the corporate for you. So it's not only me, because you all the time need someone to be in zone with you, so that when you feel like, okay, things are not moving, they will make sure things should move for you. Okay, so do you all can you all commit to yourself that I'll be responsible for at least one person to get placed? If you cannot take the responsibility for other, can you at least take the responsibility for yourself?
Yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
can take the responsibility for one person, and that could be you, let's exchange it on Saturday. How we are going to do that? We will look more in detail about it on Saturday. So those who can join, please join on Saturday. I have shared the timing with you. I'll also share the link with you. What the timing I have shared? Anyone remember that on Saturday, for
10
Saturday?
a.m. EST.
10 a.m.
EST.
Okay, I overheard. So what was the time? Can anyone tell one more time, please?
10 a.m.
Okay, got it.
10
10
a.m.
a.m. EST. Okay, so yeah, I'll share that link with you and we will connect on Saturday. But before that, on Thursday and Friday, you're just invited to join in my data analysis session. And this is not mandatory, this is optional. I'll share a link around 8 o'clock. So that you can join up to 8:40 and participate in that. Again, it is not mandatory. Having said so, I would love to read each one of you that what do you feel like saying in WhatsApp group. Go ahead and please type in, so that your feedback, that how you are feeling after learning, keeps me pumping up to deliver more and give more, and please make me feel that charge, so that I can bring more in a very systematic and easy and simplified manner, so that you understand, so that you continue to play to deliver once you get placed in the project. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye and good night. In case you don't have question, you can, yes, go ahead, Gayatri. You have any question?
One.
Rest. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just clarification regarding the time for the data analysis class. Is it 8 p.m. EST?
Yeah, it's 8:40 p.m. EST so far, but I am planning to start it around 8:30, and the link will be also given around 8:30 only, not before that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's on which day?
it is on Thursday and Friday. Okay, so and again, it is not mandatory. Yeah, it's around 8:30 p.m. EST, and I'll be giving you the link at 8:30 p.m. EST only, not before that.
Okay. I have a question for you also.
Yeah, Sama.
Yeah, I just want to, on Saturday, you said Saturday I won't be here. So what do I do then?
Saturday you won't be there, so nothing to worry. And so again, as what you can do, you can refer to the recording, and I'll be in the recording. I'll be also mentioning the form. I'll be giving the link of the form in the description. fill that form, and I'll convey you who is going to be your accountability partner.
All right, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah?
All right.
So that I'll do for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. So thank you so much.
I'm not gonna be there on Saturday. I'm traveling.
Thank you.
Okay, Gayatri. So you
Thank you, sir.
also refer to that recording. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Sir,
Please,
sir.
yeah, Charu.
Yeah, so Thursday EST in the night and the Saturday EST in the morning here.
Yes,
Yes,
Charu,
that
that's
is-
right.
Thank
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So please type in what do you feel like
Thank
saying
you.
about today's session. Would love to review them and would love to read each one of you and respond to that. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.